Today's lesson is going to go over divisibility rules, which is going to be a shortcut for some of you guys who are having trouble with multiplication. I'm not going to teach you the divisibility rule for every number, but I'm going to teach you some of the most common and most used ones. So I'm going to teach you the divisibility rules for 2, 3, 5, 9, and 10. So basically, a number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is even. And that makes sense, but some of you guys yesterday were having trouble with your factor trees. You'd give me like the number 348, and you wouldn't know that 2 would go into it, even though it's an even number. So anything that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, 2 will be able to go into it. Now, for the number 3, a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. And sum means to add. So here's a couple examples for using 3 as a divisibility rule. If you had the number 141, at first glance, you would not be able to recognize that 3 can actually go into it. But if you take each individual digit and add it, so 1 plus 4 is 5, and then 5 plus 1 equals 6, well, we all know, at least we should all know, that 3 can go into 6, which means 3 can go into 141. So that's what it means when I say you find the sum of the digits. Another one is 906. If I were to add all of those numbers up, 9 plus 0 is 9, and then 9 plus 6 is 15. Well, I know that 3 can go into 15, which means 3 can also go into 906. So that's what the divisibility, I can't say the word divisibility, that's what the divisibility rule for 3 looks like. 5 is an easy one. A number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is a 0 or a 5. So like 15, 70, 105. If it ends with a 0 or a 5, then 5 can go into it. 9 is a lot like the rule for 3. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Okay, so here's a couple examples of how to use the divisibility rule for 9. We're going to add all the digits together just like we did for 3. So if you look at 297, you probably would not right off the bat know that 9 can go into it. But when you add everything up, so 2 plus 9 would be 11, and then 11 plus 7 equals 18. And 9 can go into 18. 9 times 2 is 18. So that means that 9 can go into 297. Then another example is 504. Add everything together. 5 plus 0 is 5, and then 5 plus 4 equals 9. And obviously, 9 can go into 9, which means the number 504 is also divisible by 9. And then 10 is super easy. A number is divisible by, there is a typo there, 10 if the last digit is 0. So as long as the last digit is 0, 10 can go into it. You guys have quite a bit of work to do. You're going to follow through all the slides. I suspect some students will get stuck on this slide, the divisibility puzzle. But if you need help, just ask for it. And you're also going to have a Google form. So go ahead and start.